Hey guys, Fred's Tech Up here, and this is the Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus 5G. Wow, what a name. Aside from the long name, this could possibly be one of the best, if not the best mid-range smartphone of 2024 so far. This smartphone ticks almost all the boxes for me, with some corners that have been cut to make it competitive. So in this video, I'm going to share my honest opinion with you guys, tell about all the amazing features of this phone and also areas that Xiaomi has decided to cut corners to save costs and make it slightly competitive. Now let's get started. Starting with the unboxing experience, when you open the box, you're greeted with an envelope that contains a SIM ejector tool, a quick start and safety information booklet, and a nice looking plastic case that actually fits the device really well. This really comes handy. With this, your new device has a protective case. Moving on, we have the device itself in a soft plastic that carries the major highlights of the device. Next, we have a huge 120 watt super fast charging brick and a USB Type-C charging cable. More about the charger later in the video. Once you take the device off the plastic wrap, you're going to behold beauty. Now, the Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus 5G comes in three distinctive colors, which are Moonlight Black, Aurora Purple, and Moonlight White, which is actually the color that I have here. No matter the color you're going to choose, you will be blown away. You are going to behold beauty, something special, something simple yet unique. I genuinely love the design of this device. It looks and feels like a flagship device. It has this heft to it that makes it feel very solid, giving you that premium feel. Guys, this could possibly be the best mid-range device in my own opinion. Feel free to tell me what you think about it in the comment section below. Now, to the front of the device, it is protected with a Corning Gorilla Glass Victus, while the frame is made from aluminum and the rear is made from glass. Another plus is the IP68 rating that is capable of protecting it against dust and water. It can even be submerged inside water for about 30 minutes and nothing will happen to it. Don't take my word for it, that's what IP68 ratings guarantee. Another thing I love about this smartphone is how it feels in the hand. It feels really unique and super comfortable. It doesn't feel cheap in any way. I can hold and use it for hours without any discomfort. Now, for the external features, at the top we have two microphones, a speaker, and the famous IR blaster. At the bottom we have a dual SIM card tray with no memory card expansion slot. And who cares about the memory card slot when you have 512 GB of internal storage? Additionally, this also supports eSIM, meaning you can have up to 3 active networks from different service providers in one phone. Guys, this is actually the first mid-range device with support for eSIM that I've seen, especially in this region. There's also another microphone at the bottom, a USB Type-C charging port, and another speaker, which means that it has dual stereo speakers. The speakers sound really good and produces a balanced audio. The last time I experienced something that sounds this good from a mid-range device was from the Samsung Galaxy A54, a device that was produced last year. And just like that device, I will say I am really impressed. At the right side of the device, we have the power button and the volume rocker keys. Now moving to the rear, we have a triple camera setup that comprises a 200 megapixels main camera with dual stabilization, an 8 megapixels ultra wide camera, and a 2 megapixels macro camera. Guys, the placement of this LED flashlight actually contributes to why this device looks so good. Moving to the front, it comes with a curved 6.67 inches 1.5K AMOLED display, which is slightly bigger in resolution than a 1080p display. Its display resolution is 1220 by 2712 pixels. As a result, it offers a crystal clear viewing experience that can rival some flagship devices. It looks sharp. Being an Android device, it is more contrasty and vivid. It shows bright and vibrant colors, especially when consuming HDR content. I will say this is the best display I have used on a mid-range device. It is just fantastic. With its curved edges, it wraps content around the display, giving you that immersive experience. Speaking of experience, the user interface is really smooth and responsive thanks to a high refresh rate of 120 Hz. It supports HDR10+, Dolby Vision, and you're going to really enjoy watching content on this smartphone. For a mid-range device, this might be the only smartphone that has up to 1800 nits of peak brightness and 444 pixels per inch density. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section below. The screen is very bright, making it suitable for both indoor and outdoor use. The display is perfect from my personal experience, and I would say it rivals most flagship devices. Guys, you really need to get your hands on one of these to get a feel of what I'm talking about. Now let's talk about performance. The Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus 5G is powered by MediaTek Dimensity 7200 Ultra chipset, which is a 4nm processor that is capable of handling anything that you throw at it. 12GB of RAM and a Mali G610 MC4 GPU. From my experience, this device is fast. Opening apps, web browsing and multitasking on this smartphone is super amazing. You're going to feel how fast and fluid it is. Everything just feels super responsive and smooth thanks to the efficiency of the processor and a 120Hz high refresh rate. Scrolling and navigating through the user interface is very responsive all the time. No matter the number of apps you have on the background, you will never notice any performance drop thanks to the 12GB of RAM that is more than enough. And if you feel that is still not enough, you can expand it up to 24GB of RAM using memory extension technology. I don't know what you could possibly be doing with 24GB of RAM, but that option is there in case you want it. Now, taking a look at the synthetic benchmark scores, it scored above 700,000 on Antutu, and for Geekbench, the single core score is above 1,000 and multi-core score is above 2,000, which is very impressive for a mid-range device. Now, for gaming, this is where this device excels the most. The Mali G610 MC4 graphics processor will run most of your favorite games perfectly. As usual, I played Call of Duty Mobile and the gameplay runs smoothly at high graphic settings and high frame rates. The game performance was okay, but the device got a bit warm after playing game for 30 minutes, which is actually normal. Guys, playing game on this smartphone is something you're really going to enjoy doing. With the dual stereo speakers, which makes gameplay very immersive. I like how loud and clear it is. You can feel the vibration from the speakers. The experience is just wonderful. For software, I really expected this device to come bundled with Android 14, but that's not the case here. The Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus 5G comes with Android 13, and according to Xiaomi, you're going to get 3 years of Android OS updates on this device, pushing it to Android 16. Well, let's hope it gets Android 14 soon. This device comes with lots of features that are really impressive. My favorite is the heart rate feature that can measure your heart rate in real time using the under-display fingerprint scanner. Speaking of under-display fingerprint scanner, the one on here unlocks your device very fast. I've never had any issue with it. It is very fast and responsive all the time. There is also a floating window alongside a quick bar that you can use to navigate the user interface for easy reach. All of these features can be found under additional settings. Another area where Xiaomi has really upped the bar is in the haptics, which is the vibration motors. The haptics on this device is very good. This is something most mid-range devices struggle with. Now, still on the software, one thing that you might want to do when you pick up a brand new Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus is to do some cleanup by removing some of the pre-installed apps, either by uninstalling or disabling them for a much better experience. The experience is already great, but most of these apps contains ads. Now, moving on to the camera, which is one of the key selling points of this device. Guys, the 200 megapixel Samsung ISO cell on here is impressive, especially if the images are taken in a well-lit environment or a bright sunny day. It is absolutely fascinating. The images are sharp with plenty of details. Just take a look at these images here. They are very vibrant, and if you look at the portrait images as well, you can see how well it separates the subject from the background. I must say I am impressed. Take a look at the dynamic range. The ability to control the exposure is excellent for a mid-range device. It is really impressive. Guys, just take a look at the images and tell me what you think in the comment section below. Now, for the 16 megapixel front-facing camera, it captures good looking daylight images with a satisfactory amount of details. The colors are punchy with decent dynamic range and the exposure is okay. Portrait images from the selfie camera look good with good separation between the subject and the background. Overall, I'm going to give the 16 megapixel camera a B. It is fine, it is okay, but I expected more. It is one of the areas Xiaomi has decided to cut some corners just to save some cash and make this device slightly competitive. Hey guys, so this is a rare footage from the Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus 5G, currently shooting in 4K, 30 frames per second. And as you can see here, the footage looks well stabilized. I like the dynamic range right here. It looks okay. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. Hey guys, so this is the front facing camera of the Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus 5G. currently shooting in 1080p 30 frames per second. You can also shoot in 1080p 60 frames per second. The sad part about this front-facing camera is that it cannot shoot video in 4K. If you want to shoot in 4K, you have to switch to the rear camera. I don't know how I feel about that, but do let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. I feel like the quality is okay right here. It is sharp like what I'm seeing right here. Today is a bright sunny day and I like the dynamic range. Everything looks solid on this device. But do let me know what you think about the video quality in the comment section below and also the audio quality. Now moving on to the battery, I will say it is exceptional. It's a 5000 mAh battery that delivers an all-day performance. If you're an average user, it can last the entire day on a single charge. Speaking of charging, they included 120 watt fast charger, took only 27 minutes to charge from 0 to 100%, which is super impressive. Now let's talk about the price before we wrap things up. As at the time of making this video, the Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus 5G goes for 694,000 naira or $425 for 12GB of RAM and 512GB of internal storage. While the version with 8GB of RAM and 256GB of storage option goes for 560,000 naira or $350. Guys, at that price, you are getting a lot. I know it's expensive, but trust me, you're getting a lot. Guys, it is simple to say that this is the best mid-range smartphone you can buy right now. Yes, you heard me. It has an attractive design, best-in-class build quality, best-in-class display, and a top-notch performance. If you want a mid-range device that can rival some flagship devices in most areas, this is the device to get. The only little downside to this device is the selfie camera. Don't get me wrong, it's okay, but I actually expected better. I really expected a lot from the selfie camera. Guys, that is it. My review of the Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus 5G. What do you guys think? Share your own opinion with me in the comment section below. If you enjoyed watching this video, kindly give me a like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I guess I'll see you in the very next one. Bye bye.